Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death.
Yo.
Oh,
So, Selkie.
mm-hmm,
Heist successfully completed.
mm-hmm,
Pockets lined.
mm-hmm. It's
And
a
it's a new
good
day.
day. It's a good day,
Yeah.
too.
Where to?
Um, uh, we're assuming I found a place to sleep for the night?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Easy
will.
enough. You can shell out some gold.
Um,
You've been staying, I believe, at the Traveler's Oasis, which is near the front gate of town.
right.
You return there or find somewhere else?
No, I'll stay at the Traveler's Oasis. That's a fine place. And I would like to get to know one area maybe a little bit better. And maybe even, one bartender a little bit better.
Okay.
Or innkeeper or whatever. I'd like to just better to know people than to not know people. And if I'm not it's either this building or this build. Is it this one?
I think it's this front one here.
Front one?
Yeah. No, this one with the smoke coming out of it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, I am at 4, so I would like to kick it for a week. Rest and relax.
All right. That's 5 silver a day. So 35 silver.
Okay, I will give them 4 gold.
Do you want 5 silver back?
I do. This includes room and board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll have like an extra 5 silver worth of drinks. We'll just round it. Because I'll want to sip on something from time to time, or maybe if I'm spending a lot of time in the inn, I'll probably incur some extra costs.
Sure.
And I'd rather keep the innkeepers happy with me. You know, if I throw around a little bit of extra money or tip well from time to time, maybe that'll work out for me if the law comes a-looking for me, you know? So, I don't mind, yeah. We'll start with just a reasonable amount now, and as time goes on, we'll pay them more and more until they love me here.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, I will attempt to reflect on my actions and see what I have learned.
All right. Is this, are you hoping to learn from your experiences?
Yes, I would like to remember my experiences and jot them down.
Sure. Would you like to actually collect experience?
Yes, please, thank you.
Have we done anything other? Did we skip experience last session?
Mm-hmm, because we ended in that.
Might have,
okay.
Yeah. So there were the 2 hobgoblins. Was there anything else last session that we need to account for?
Let's see. I got chased by some dwarves and I escaped from them. I was in the brothel with like Mystic or Missy or Misty.
Mm-hmm.
I
I don't think you get experience for talking to prostitutes. I don't think. How far are you from leveling up?
My rogue is only 331 experience away. My wizard is like 1,830.
Well, I can't think of much else. So you'll get 70 for the hobgoblins, split between the 2. And then for the rogue only, you'll get 100 for the loot and 100 for the Thieves Guild quest.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else.
Oh, the 35 experience for my wizard class.
Mm-hmm.
It's added to my
So 10% bonus.
676. Oh, yes, I do have 16 int. 35 times 1.1 plus 676.
38.5.
714 wizard experience. And then the other one is 200 times 1.1 plus 1169. That'll bring me to 1389.
There's a 30. The combat XP was split between the two.
Right. 200 plus 35 times 1 plus 1169. 1427. Oh my god, I'm 73 experience away. Leveling my rogue.
Snagged a little extra loot.
But you know what? Discretion is the better part of valor. I have escaped alive with money, and that is better than dying with experience. You know? Bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, sort of thing. So at least that's what I'm telling myself after the fact. So I'll kick it for a week, and then get ready for a new adventure. So I'm gonna head, unless anything fascinating happens in that week.
I don't have anything planned. This is a relatively safe city, a nice enough tavern that no trouble is going to come in knocking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have anyone actively hunting you down.
Yeah.
So we can skip a week and leave Selkie to her business.
Excellent.
Is there anything you want to do in this week of downish time? Especially in the last couple days, you'll be fully healed after like 5 or I guess like 6, huh?
Yeah.
You don't have spells to learn, correct?
Right. I guess I still have my armor spell going. I can recast that if needed.
I don't think you need to, but
wizard stuff. How do I get wizard XP? Casting spells to overcome my problems?
Potentially, or spell research, or just combat XP.
So, one of the things that I have run into is that it can be a little difficult to be quiet sometimes. So I want to muse on some sort of spell that would dampen my footsteps. Sort of like a silence spell, but not a total silence spell, or like a really localized version. I doubt I could just get like silence my feet, because that's a pretty powerful broken spell. But maybe I could find some sort of... I at least want to start thinking about a spell that might dampen the noise I create. Something to give me like a bonus on stealth checks. Not like an end-all be-all perfect stealth spell. I would want something that would like just give me advantage on stealth checks. So is that like a spell that I cast on my shoes to quiet them, or is it a spell I cast on myself? I think it makes more sense to have, for like a low-level spell, something that you cast on a piece of equipment rather than on who you are. Either be a quick casting spell that lasts a short period of time, or a long casting spell that lasts a long period of time. I'd rather go for the long. So is there a spell that Selkie can sort out that takes like a turn to cast, but then will last for like an hour plus an hour per level or something. I can think of.
So you can think all you want. The spell research can be expensive. Are you in a position to do any research?
I have 50 gold to my name.
You can get started. I think about 100 gold per spell level is typical. Is that
Yeah.
right? And then plus facilities. I would allow in a city such as this to use the library, but you'll incur expenses of about 100 gold per spell level, like per attempt or something. So you'll need more funds before you can mechanically research a spell. Just because you're about to rack up a bunch of overdue library charges, and your coffee budget's about to get out of control.
School life, huh?
You could also purpose an existing spell. Or repurpose an existing spell. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm clearly not quite ready to do it, but it's on my mind of things that I want to do to sort of enhance my abilities. But for now, I'll leave it be and think about the spider climb spell that I really want. Actually, that's probably what I want more than anything else is spider climb. What's my climb check? My climb check is decent, but spider climb would be, like, perfect,
Mm-hmm.
So
You're going to eventually spell research your rogue class out of use.
That's true. I'll figure it out when I get there. Mm-hmm. I guess after a week of rest, I'm gonna head back to Cliff's place.
Chip's
place, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And look around and see if they've got anything else going on or anyone else going on.
All right. If you head back during the day, you can find Chip at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And enter the Thieves Guild.
All right. I will walk on in. Look around, and since I don't have any other real contacts here, I will head up to Chip.
Mm-hmm. You have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
There's enough of a crowd that he seems occupied. So he's got a few people queued up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will patiently wait.
A sailor hands him a parcel, which he discreetly brings to the back room. He appears to be the only bartender on duty, but you see a few of the Boulder locals sort of reaching over the bar and refilling their own beers, that sort of thing.
Boulder, as in more bold, not like the people from Boulder, Colorado. Got it.
There's no Boulder, Colorado in this fantasy land.
That makes sense, but I was very confused when you first said Boulder.
Although I bet someone from Boulder would presume to refill their own pint.
College students. When I went to vote yesterday, I had to do it at the college campus. Kids, man. Stories that they're telling each other. Anyway.
Right. And he another figure in suspiciously black robes gets handed a small note from Chip, and then discreetly leaves. Worst disguise ever.
I will try and give him like a flagging I want to talk to you when you've got a moment, but I'm gonna chill on the sides and let him take care of whatever business he needs to have taken care of first.
Eventually he makes his way over, cider in hand, and places it before you.
Hey, Chippy.
This one's on the house.
Oh, nice.
Whatever message you left for our half-elven friend was received. He forked over as protection money.
Do I get my cut of that too?
Oh, you're serious? No. But this puts you in with our good graces if you're. Well,
That's what I would
let's just say what goes around comes around. If you have larger ambitions, this certainly serves in your favor.
Well, I would like to explore my ambitions a little bit further. There somebody else who's made the naughty list?
He leans in. He's sure I could give you a lead on another pre-approved mark, but
Thanks.
if you're looking for work, got an interesting conundrum. Here, come this way. And he like motions for you to like follow him to the end of the bar, where it's a little quieter.
I will follow along.
Since well, I don't know if you know this, but one of the gilded dwarves got nabbed a few weeks ago. There's been a lot of heat on us ever since.
You don't say.
He looks around surreptitiously. I suspect there may be a leak in our ranks. Not that this has much to do with you, but we've got a shipment coming in, and I'm concerned that word may get out to the City Watch or worse. So could use a few extra eyes to make sure we're covered that night.
Uh-huh. I can be an extra set of eyes. Doesn't sound like my sort of work typically, but I'm happy to help out, you know. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Well, he says here, don't underestimate the sharpness of your eyes and your ears.
Okay. You want to fill me in on the details?
He shakes his head. It's coming in this weekend. 2 nights from now. Be here just after sundown, and set you up with the rest.
Here, 2 nights from now, just after sundown.
He nods. Pays 10 gold for the evening. If things get ugly, there's always hazard pay.
Hopefully it won't come to that.
Hopefully
But
not.
we'll see you here in 2 nights, just before sundown.
Gives you a wink and gets back to his busy tavern.
Alright. I will sip my drink and think to myself, well, they just need a extra pair of eyes. It's in 2 days. If I go out and do something and get injured, I might be low HP for that. It's probably better just to skip to that, to wait for that, than it would be to try and find work in the meantime. And I'm still fairly flush. So, I will go back to my Traveler's Oasis. Shell out another gold for 2 more nights of rest. And come back in 2 days.
All right. We can skip forward 2 days, unless there's anything you'd like to do in the interim.
No, I don't think so. I think I'll just skip right on ahead. I'm still thinking about the spells I want, but those are still a little ways down the road.
Right. So,
Hmm?
then I guess if you don't have anything to do, we can skip forward 2 evenings.
Now let's do it.
Do you go straight to Chips?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. You entered the bar once again. Inside, there are a handful of rogues. Chip is there, along with maybe 4 dwarves and a few other hands.
I take a look at the
Assembled.
dwarves.
They're all sort of sitting in a circle. Dwarves off to the side, as if preparing for something. Did you ever give Chip your name, or are you just
Probably not yet. I think we're sort of on that casual. He gave me his name. He's probably got some sort of nickname for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably better if we know less about each other.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Elfie. This everyone, this is Elfie. She's our eyes on the street.
Greetings.
Not pleasure to meet you. I'm
Pleasure's all mine.
yeah.
Dwarfy.
The dwarves do not introduce themselves. They give you ugly looks from the edge of the circle.
Oh, this must be the non-dwarf then.
Yeah. A man named Caprice. A lady who introduces herself as Allura. A few others come up and shake your hand. 5 in total, whose names slip past you as all the introductions go.
I greet them.
All right. Now that we're here, we can get set up. Shipment's coming in at our usual spot. We think heat's died down enough that it should be right. South side of the docks, the old warehouse. I need most of the muscle down there. Elfie, need you in the street, keeping a lookout. If guards come, you'll
I know how to take care of that. I will make sure that you have plenty of warning before they arrive and that they have trouble getting to you.
I suggest you maybe post up at the southern dock staircase. But and we'll have people closer to the docks, but leave that to your discretion. I'll give you some backup. Maybe Caprice. You want to tag along with Elfie?
Look at Caprice.
Yeah, he looks like a dandy.
That's okay. I don't need any help. I can do my job.
Well, if you see something, we'll need a runner. Someone to let us know that trouble's coming.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It would be my pleasure to accompany you. And Caprice bows. He has to take his floopy hat off to bow. And well,
All right, honey, you can work with me then.
let's let's get in our positions.
So they're going to be down here in this building, right? That's the building they're talking about.
Yeah, that's what you've gathered. They didn't give you any particular details, but they see you off while the rest of them discuss the details of their job. Like, all right, get in your positions. One of you come let us know if trouble's coming.
so I think I'm gonna want to post myself. I want to be able to cover this staircase and this walkway. So I think what I actually want to do is to put myself. If I was on this rooftop, would I be able to see this staircase?
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, that could work.
So I want to tell Caprice to like hang out somewhere. I don't know if this is like a stack of boxes or something, but like behind this stack. Oh, it's 500 feet. That's actually a good distance.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like.
And
Caprice to hang.
there will be muscle posted down here.
Sure.
Um,
Still longer way than I would want them to have to be able to spot or listen to something. So if I'm on this building, I want Caprice to be down on the ground nearby. So
yeah,
if
where
shit
are you
comes-
inspecting this, from the docks or from the other side?
Yeah, I mean I'll walk up the dock side,
Yeah.
and then I'll find my way around to the
Priest
back.
will say, you don't think we should, okay, you sort of circle around.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
want to
think
check
we should
both sides.
case the staircase, like Chip suggested?
I think Chip needs us to do our jobs to the best of our abilities, and he has some fantastic suggestions, but he's not specialized in this sort of work. We hang out near the staircase, we might miss something coming down the docks. We hang out at the docks, we might miss something come down the staircase. We need to cover both of our bases, and that is where I come in. I can be up here on that rooftop, I say, pointing to it, cover
The
both
roof?
those areas. Yeah. It'll be a sight to behold. I'm sure it will attract attention, which is perfect, because with eyes looking on me, they won't be looking down there. And we're going to set up a code word. When I say abracadabra, that's your signal to go warn folks that things are about to get a little spicy.
Abracadabra. Why
Abracadabra.
not pomegranate? It's like pomegranate as a code word.
I think that's a terrible code word. And it's not your job to question me, it's your job to be my runner. So, leave the shenanigans to me, and you just stay flight on your feet and keep a low profile.
Well, I don't think anyone's ever described me as low profile, but I got quick feet.
Might be your most difficult job yet. You probably need to get rid of that silly hat. But
Perhaps,
don't get rid
perhaps
of
you're
it.
putting the, perhaps you're setting the wrong one of us up as the distraction.
I mean, if you feel comfortable distracting
Oh
everybody.
no, I'll be fine right over here. And he
Excellent.
goes and leans against one of these dock poles. He is unarmored, but he has blades at his side.
Okay.
A long, slender rapier and an offhand dagger.
I will.
You're gonna roll a climbing check to position yourself on the roof, or do you have something you would like to do beforehand?
I'm trying to decide if I want to have my leather armor on me or not. If I still have the armor spell going, I don't suppose I need the leather armor.
You
So
do
yeah,
have
I
the
will-
armor spell going.
Yeah, I mentioned at least 2 days ago that I would want to refresh it if I needed to. Otherwise, if it's still going, then I don't need it. So I will. I still have Nahal's Reckless Dwemer and Unseen Servant memorized, and I will probably climb onto the rooftop from this backside.
Okay, up those
Scramble
boxes.
Yeah.
All right. Roll your climbing check to get in position.
20 plus 10 plus any situational modifiers, but a 2 is pretty bad.
Ooh. I don't think what goes wrong. I don't think I'm gonna have you like slip and fall, but I think you're just not like the roof is sloped or like the you're not able to get in the position that you want.
I think it's like too much of an overhang and the boxes don't go high enough to grab the outside, so I could like scramble up the wall, but I can't make it around the
Yeah.
thing.
So you're having trouble getting up there, and then you look and like the view's kind of obscured. This spot's not going to work.
Uh-oh.
What's plan B?
Plan B. Plan B is this spot right here. Plan B is this spot. Because this will allow me to see things
Right
coming
there?
in from here, yeah,
Mhm.
and still look up the area. So, I will, if this is the... What is this building? Can I walk
That's-
past the front of it?
I don't think that, so. This was the Thieves Guild, the bar right here.
Right.
I don't think it's anything in particular. It's like a warehouse. It's not open to the public. It's like closed up.
Is there somebody on duty? Someone working there? Someone I could talk to?
No, I think it's closed up. It is dark. It is locked.
Well, that's nice. I'll see if I can scramble up the side somehow.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a separate climbing check for this building.
18.
18.
Maybe
Maybe with the
the...
boost from that. Let's see what we've got here.
what type of wall is it? It's especially easy to climb. I'm not encumbered. Not overgrown.
There's like a table or something outside. You can probably get a boost.
Mm-hmm.
That be a total of +3. Let me peruse the situational modifiers. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work either. You're like fumbling with how to get up onto this roof, and I think Chip wanders over. It's like, what's going on, Elfie?
I told you, I am keeping an eye out for things, and part of my job is to make sure there's a distraction going on. So, I am in a position to distract anyone who might be threatening our operation.
You look a mite bit distracted yourself.
That's the key. Can't look like I'm on lookout, right? That wouldn't do well.
Yeah.
All part of the plan, Chippy.
Well, our ships should be coming in within the hour or two. I'd kind of like you in position sooner rather than later. So if maybe
I mean, I could get up this building in a heartbeat if I really wanted to. This is part of the ploy.
Why do you want to be on the building? You just need to like wait around the corner by the staircase. We'll be fine.
If I wait at the staircase, then the boardwalk is not covered.
Well, we got our muscle on the docks, and
look, you're the boss. You say jump, I jump.
I think I saw Caprice around the corner.
Yeah, he's in
bothering
position.
Bothering some ladies. So,
well,
why don't you round him up and
you just want me to watch the staircase then? Okay, aye, Captain.
I don't like to micromanage, but it looks like you're struggling over here.
This is part of the ploy. I'm telling you, I could get up here in a heartbeat if I wanted. But if you say guard the staircase, bless you, then I will guard the staircase. I just hope that you have somebody else's duty to cover the docks, because I won't be able to do that from there. And then I will round up Caprice.
Okay.
Acquiesce to his demands. Grab Caprice.
They weren't demands, they were suggestions. He saw you struggling to get onto your roof, and in any case, see you and Caprice
Yeah.
mosey on over to the stairs.
Yeah. I will tell him nothing of our change in plans, and just grab him and be like, staircase time, let's go.
Where would you like to set up?
I will set up on this archway underneath the stairs, and I will put Caprice partly down this alleyway over here.
Okay. He looks very comfortable leaning in alleyways. He strikes pose up against the wall.
I roll my eyes every time he's posing.
He
Mutter
starts like
something.
flicking a coin in his hand and whistling, looking very nonchalant.
Does he think some artist is going to come draw him here?
All right. What do you do while you wait? Do you like pace? Do you walk up and down the stairs? Do you try and stay hidden, or are you obvious?
I would like to... I don't have any string with me. Pick up some string.
Don't you have string as a spell component?
Oh, I must. I just can't remember where I wrote down my spell components. Ah, they're on the back. That's where. Okay. Yeah, so I will take some string and I will do some like cat's cradle stuff with my hands. So I look occupied and busy while I am leaning against one side of the archway. I want to be on the south side so that way I can look north and see if anything is coming down this back alley.
Okay.
And then also see if anything's coming down this road. And then I will
Alright.
cat's cradle while I wait.
All right. You're going to kill a couple of hours, but let's have you roll a perception check. 25. So you're looking this way and that. Then maybe 2 hours after you're in position, coming from the top of the staircase, you see a light, bright as day,
Isn't it
shining
daylight?
over the. No, this is after dark.
Oh, right.
Met
right.
after dark, so and it's been about 2 hours. Yeah, you see a light, bright as day, bobbing towards the top of the staircase.
I will sort of like kick something a little bit loudly to grab Caprice's attention and just make eye contact with him and then look away. But
He like
not
stands
actually
up.
say anything.
He was like sitting on a box or something. He nods and he turns tail and starts running. If you don't clarify.
I told him the command was abracadabra.
Oh, let me roll to. No, he forgot. He thought the new command was your nod, and he turns and he just sprints down. Okay, he stops and turns and looks.
I'm gonna try and give him a nod back towards the spot
And he starts
was sitting
he
and
starts
just
walking towards you to clarify, and the light meanwhile is looming closer. What is it?
Pay attention and get back to position.
I'm paying attention. What the hell is that? And
I will move closer to him if we're whispering to each other at this point. I will wrap one arm around the small of his back and the other like up under the back and against him and say, hold me close and shut the fuck up.
ooh, I thought I felt some chemistry.
I'm gonna show you
never-
some chemistry in just a moment if you don't keep your mouth shut. Now look over my shoulder and pretend that you're whispering something in my ear.
Oh shit! Is that the Sunblade?
Shut the fuck up and just whisper sweet nothings into my... I will start laughing loudly and cast a look up the road towards what might be coming.
Striding down the staircase, orange cloak billowing in the ocean breeze. You see the Sunblade, flanked by 2 knights, walking down towards the docks.
I
His
will
helm illuminates continual light, bright as day.
I will push Caprice off of me and say, "Hey, what are you thinking?" Sort of loudly as they get closer.
You told me to.
I would say no such thing. Excuse, who do you think I am? Some sort of lady of the night?
Is everything all right here?
Uh,
The knights approach you.
Well, yes.
One of the masked knights, other than the Sunblade, sort of approaches. Is this man bothering you?
Somewhat.
They look we've had some trouble with this one.
Do you know him? I think he might have been a little, what's the term? Overcome? Impulsive?
I did not come. So you hear the priest shout from the other side of the,
I don't think we need to do anything about it, but maybe you could, give him a little bit of an escort away from me?
Why don't you, the docks are no place for, one of your stature, especially, this time of night. He seems to be gently suggesting that you leave, but maybe you don't,
I hear him. Well, you're probably right.
Yeah, you see Caprice very obviously trying to like slip away. It's like almost doing like a cartoon tiptoe with like the really high knees. And everyone notices. One of the knights says, "Yeah, you get on out of here, Caprice."
I position. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's fine. They seem to have other fish to fry. They shoo him down the street.
Thank you so much, knights. What are your names that I can ask the gods to pray for that, so I can pray to the gods on your behalf?
Actually heads up the staircase. Which fine.
Wait, what are your names?
We need no names, as we need no faces.
Well, how am I supposed to pray for you if I can't catch your name?
Pray for all servants of justice.
Well, thank you, servants of justice. And
they brush past you to start like walking away.
I will begin to follow behind them and continue to prattle at them. And I'll say, I'll start talking about the sun. Are you the famous Sunblade I've heard so much about? Protector of the small people? Hero of the town?
Selkie? I didn't recognize you at first, but
Sunblade!
Now that you're prattling on, the hell? What are you? I see you're just as much trouble as ever. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to find a way to make a living in this town. None of the law enforcement officers will take me on, so I have to look for private security jobs, which are harder to find than you might expect.
This, I must say, I wouldn't suggest this particular line of work.
What do you mean?
I know you must have had a hard life, but you're worth so much more than this, Selkie. His hand rises as if to touch your cheek, and then he pulls it back.
I take a half step closer to him. What do you mean?
You need not disgrace yourself. So.
No, so how? I push him and step back. What do you mean? What do you think I've been... What exactly are you implying?
I meant no offense.
Well, offense taken.
Now is not the time. We're here.
No, I see what you think of me, right? You see a woman in an alleyway, and immediately you think all she could be is some sort of sex worker. I get it. I understand how your mind works. I thought you were something special, but it turns out you're just a common man. And I brush past them and start walking aggressively through the alleyway towards the docks.
Okay. You buy yourself a minute or so ahead while they blush underneath their helms and recompose themselves. What do you do?
I'm trying to just get ahead of them out here.
Yeah, you can get around the corner or so before they start to follow you.
When I get around this corner, I want to look south and see if I can make eye contact with any of the people up the...
Roll a perception check, and then maybe a charisma check.
Perception is a 29, charisma's a 30.
Okay, so you see pulled up to the side of the building is a boat. With a short draft, long and sleek and dark, not black, but maybe a deep purple, sitting low to the water, but bobbing there off to the side of the warehouse. And charisma as well. You nailed it. Yeah, you catch whoever happens to be on guard duty. Let's say it was there's the what was the woman's name? I was gonna use her because I'd already named her, but I forgot what it was. It's like
the only name I caught was Caprice.
Okay, well, you catch her eye. She's standing, and she nods and slips into the warehouse to like go alert the others or something.
Right, and so I'll turn on the spot in this corner and face back the direction that the Sunblade and his men are coming. Because I assume they're following behind me somewhat.
They happen to be heading the same direction, but they brush right past you.
Well, as they approach, I want to have my arms folded and say, I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have been so aggressive. You're not the first person to mistake me for something I'm not. I shouldn't be so quick to anger or quick to judge you. Will you accept an apology from a woman with wounded pride?
One of the other knights goes to walk past you during this further delay to like stand on the docks and look around. Sunblade pauses for a minute before you and says, apology not necessary, but I don't have time for this now.
Can I show you the new spells I've learned? I've come quite a way.
Come by the library tomorrow. I'd love to see.
It'll just take a quick moment. Look, check this out. And I will cast Unseen Servant and lift some sort of nearby object off the ground and bring it up into the air.
Yeah. Maybe let's roll for initiative.
Sure. I hope he doesn't think I'm
the...
casting something aggressive.
No, I was going to roll with that. I was thinking about asking you to reroll charisma, but I'll give you that 30 charisma for the scene. I want to see if you can get your distraction off before...
10 plus spell speed of Unseen Servant. Spells. Stop you. Unseen Servant. I think it's casting time 1, but I'm double checking. Unseen Servant. Casting time 1.
Okay.
8.
Ouch. You both roll a 7, but your casting time, I think, is faster than them. So you get the Unseen Servant off. And what do you use it to do?
I will take a handful of copper coins out of my copper pocket and kind of toss them in the air, and then let the Unseen Servant pick them up and like hold them in their like tossed position out in the air, and say, "Abracadabra!" loudly. Look at that, huh? Look what I can do.
Fortunately, Caprice is nowhere to be heard, nowhere to be seen, and Sunblade says, some sort of levitation. Nice. And then he looks over and past you to the knight who did walk past you, who shouts, "It's there! The icebreaker's there!" And the knights sort of push past you. You've delayed maybe a round, but one of them has seen the ship, and now they're moving to jog down the dock. We can roll initiative if you want to try to intercept or something, but they're on the move.
Well, my job is to alert and to distract. So I will play the idiot and not understand what they're doing and try to keep distracting them with coins. I'm gonna try to put the floating coins like around head level in front of, I guess, just the Sunblade. So it's going to be like sparkling coins in front of him, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Can the unseen servant like raise itself up, or is it a certain size?
Let's see. 30-foot radius AoE. It can carry out one activity at a time and can move only lightweight items, carry a maximum of 20 pounds, or push or pull 40 pounds across a smooth surface. It can only open normal doors, drawers, lids, etc. Cannot fight. Takes 6 points of damage, it dies. Mindless, shapeless force.
I think it can, like, it doesn't need to, like, walk on the ground, does it? Can it, like, levitate as long as it stays within 30 feet of you?
I think so? Yeah, 30-foot radius AoE, so I think it can, as long as I'm not moving anything 20 pounds or more than 20 pounds, then I should be able to.
So you can raise the coins and throw them in his face. Roll a charisma check to distract.
32!
Okay. He's like, Selkie, now is not the time, but he stops to, like...
Oh, come on, you say that every time I talk to you. You're always saying that another time.
Now is really not the time. The other
but here I am. Look, we're already talking to each other, right? Look at these coins. Imagine what I could do with this, huh? It's not just coins I could levitate. I could lift buckets, I could lift boxes, I could lift a ladder, get it into the right position. There's no end of useful things that I could assist the law with these spells.
Selkie, focus. He looks you up and down. Do you have, like, weapons handy or something?
I keep one dagger on my belt and one dagger in my right boot. So I'll have just the one dagger and no armor.
All right. Selkie, focus.
Yes.
Do you want to help?
Yes, I do. What can I do?
Come with me. And he starts walking towards down the docks.
Okay. I say, hold on. I gotta get my coins, and I'll pick them out of the thing. Not at an unreasonably slow pace, but I will grab them one at a time.
We're intercepting some smugglers, Selkie. Those same dwarves that
just
tried
like
to have you
time?
killed. The helmet mods.
I look around on the dock. Are there any dwarves that are not in this direction? Are there, like, dwarves up this way?
You already nailed the perception check. Yeah, there are a few... they're not dwarves, but there are a few rogues in reserve that back up this direction. Actually, probably in front of the tavern.
I'll point up that street then and say, there they are then!
He turns and looks at them, and they scurry and go running the other direction.
Should I go after them, I say? Like, getting ready to sprint?
No, it might not be safe. Meanwhile, the other two knights have approached the warehouse.
Okay. Well, I think I've done everything that I can to delay them, so I will stick next to the Sunblade.
And, meanwhile, there's a pounding on the warehouse door as the other knights are trying to get in. The door's locked. They shout in.
Do you want me to pick it?
We're the Knights of Solstice. Open up.
I walk towards the front of them.
He points to one who, like, starts to walk towards the dock. Meanwhile, the Sunblade and you presumably approach the door.
I ask the Sunblade, do you need me to pick this lock? I can do it.
Maybe. Do I have... Let me see if I can find his character sheet. That... can certainly begin to try. Your skill is 10, you say?
Yes. Well, I'm not actually gonna pick it though.
Oh, okay, not unless he gives you the okay.
No. Like, whether he gives me the okay or not, I'm gonna sit in front of the lock and pick the lock, but I'm not going to succeed. It'll just be too hard for me, and I will fail.
Okay. Okay, you can start doing that while he checks his class or his character sheet to see if he has any useful spells here.
Right. So I start working at it and muttering to myself.
I doubt he has a knock spell prepared, but let me just check. Bum, 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 bum. Meanwhile, another of the knights is going to the edge of the dock and looking around to the ship. Potato internet over here. We'll say he doesn't, but he's going to say, Selkie, there's no time for that. And go to bash the door down.
Okay, I will start to remove my locks and say sort of loudly, okay, it's all yours to bash down. And, not too loudly, not shouting it, but just kind of like, projecting my voice in this tense situation.
He gives it a heave with his shoulder, like, turns to his compatriot and says, give me a hand. And the two of them go for it. I think with the second knight, so they get it bashed down in the first round.
Okay.
And from there, chaos descends. They're not surprised, but a couple of thugs accost them with clubs.
Okay. Do I join in the battle and try and save my friends, or do I save my own skin and let everyone in the warehouse suffer?
Who are
I've
your
done my
friends
duty
here? Ooh. A club splinters on the Sunblade's helmet, and the second one catches the other knight in the gut. As battle is joined, and we can roll for initiative if you'd like to join.
Yeah.
Just gonna watch.
2. So I want to just like back up a little bit.
You're the first to act.
Yeah. So I will back up, maybe 30 feet away from the front door, and then I will look around for a stick or a broom or a rake or a pitchfork or a hoe, some sort of long, stiff instrument that weighs less than 20 pounds that I can like start to lift an inch off the ground and hover along the side of the walkway in the direction of the front door, because I want to use this long, hard thing to, I want to like unseen servant it maybe in front of someone's foot and get them to stumble, and then like let it drop on the ground there so it doesn't look like I'm intervening. But I want to somehow maybe try and trip up one of the knights or the Sunblade from a distance. Without.
Can you describe that for me again?
Yeah, so I'll get like a broom if I can find one and hover it an inch off the ground towards the front door, like on the side near the building, so hopefully no one will see it moving. And then I will, at an opportune
roll a
time,
perception check to see if you can find a suitable object.
17. Not very good.
No, I think you're not able to find anything in time. There is the Sunblade's polearm, but that's in his hand, and you probably can't reach that from him.
I don't have anything else. Oh no. And then I guess I'll just maybe try and roll some rocks or some debris or rubble, or I'll just start like moving stuff from the side of the road, sort of in the direction of the feet of the knights in the Sunblade from behind. So like when they step back in order to block something or to prep for a swing, maybe they'll step on something unstable. I don't think there's a lot to do here, but I'll just try and hinder them slightly from a distance. Not enough to like really fuck them up, but maybe enough to give them slight penalty here or there, maybe. Trying to thread that needle of not too effective, not too ineffective.
All right. So. I'm gonna allow the Sunblade to like step back and have the other knight take his place, provoking an OA on the other knight, who might actually go down. He's a strong boy. But they return fire. Oh gosh. He's still standing, but barely. He's taken a pummeling. Meanwhile, the Sunblade is shouting over his head. Pontificating almost. Monologuing? I don't know. It's like, brigands, you find yourselves on the wrong side of the law. There is still time to save your souls, repent your sins, and beg for forgiveness. And he goes on and on for like a minute straight, uninterrupted.
Do I find myself enthralled?
You will if you don't. I didn't find anything that you were describing particularly distracting.
Yeah.
You can roll a spellcraft check if you'd like to interrupt the spell casting. Like to notice that he's casting a spell.
Right. Spellcraft. 14, 21?
Yeah, so you recognize that he's channeling magic through his words. And if you'd like to try and interrupt this, you're the only one really in a position to do so.
Yeah. But I'm not sure how. Priority number 1 is don't get killed. So, fuck it. I will not interrupt it. I will note that he's casting a spell, and I will back away. I will just, like, take my time and slowly back away from this. I've already done my job. These people are on their fucking own.
Roll a saving throw versus spell.
1d20... 12 or higher. Yeah.
Okay. So you resist the spell. One of these guys doesn't. One... They have a religion. Yeah, they're probably unfriendly. I don't know if their religion is thievery, and that is unfriendly to justice. So they do get a bonus on the save. Let me... Ooh. Are they first or 0th level thugs? I think one of them passes the save. Which means he's unaffected. And can he interrupt? Let's see. Audience is attacked. All right, so this knight has to somehow disarm this thug.
Sorry, chat. You're under attack.
What? Oh.
The audience.
Well, no, I'm trying not to attack them, so that the spell can continue. So we're going into another round, by the way. I think he'll try to disarm.
Cool.
He succeeds. Okay, so the knight in front does manage. So one of the thugs passes their save, but the first knight manages to disarm his club.
Mm-hmm.
And hold him at sword point and just like, come on, man. Don't do anything stupid. And he like puts his hands up and doesn't resist, even if he's not actively enthralled. The other one has just like mouth agape, staring in awe at the Sunblade, who starts slowly advancing while he continues to talk. I'm basically saying, we're the police, you're under arrest repeatedly, but in more grandiose terms. And channeling enthralling magic through him
Can I see
as he enters the warehouse.
Chip in the warehouse past these people at all?
You can't see past the warehouse. There's a knight and 3 thugs on the other side.
But Chip is not visible anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, fuck it. I back up. I just watch the spectacle. I do not intervene at this point.
Okay.
If they all die, then they all die. But I'm not getting myself killed for this. I'm not losing another character so quickly.
All right. Take to your knees and repent. Beg forgiveness. Let justice be served. And the light disappears inside of the warehouse. You do see the ship pulling away from the outside dock.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other knights does as well, and he kind of looks appraisingly as if, like, wondering if he's gonna jump for it or swim for it.
Mm-hmm. I watch eagerly.
There's like a loud stage whisper. He's like, "They're getting away!" to the other knight, but the Sunblade has gone inside.
Okay.
And you watch the spectacle.
I watch. I just let them do their thing.
The ship pulls off. Long oars sort of swiftly turn it, and within a couple of minutes, it's flipped. I don't know, a little more than 90 degrees, and it takes off. Much to the chagrin of the knights on shore, sort of like looking and trying to figure out how the heck to chase it down, how to even access it. But you watch the rest of the spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Over the course of maybe 10 minutes or so, the Sunblade rounds up these what smugglers are inside, and most of them freely submit themselves and are marched out under arrest, lined up on the docks in front. You are more or less neglected, forgotten in this, so if you'd like to slip away, you can do that. The booking will probably take hours or so. I don't know. One of the knights runs off to go fetch like some or city watch, make their way here eventually, actually just drawn to the commotion.
I want to get a close look at all of the thugs who have been arrested. I want to try and memorize their faces so that when we debrief, I can say I saw these people specifically be arrested and describe them. It's my plan.
Okay. You see Chip. You see the lady. It was Laura. It was like a fancy Laura.
These guys, they're both being arrested?
Yes. 4 dwarves that were inside. And then the nameless thug who was at the door. So I think that's like 7 in all are brought out front.
All the good folk, all the people I care about got arrested. Probably.
And peculiarly enough, a very tall, nearly 7 foot tall humanoid covered in green scales. A man dragon or something of the sorts kind of is brought out from within the warehouse.
Okay. Now they've been arrested. Have they been shackled?
They will be shortly. I don't know how you can try to intervene. But if you hesitate.
So my unseen servant lasts for an hour plus a turn per level. So that's 70 minutes. And it hasn't quite been 70 minutes yet, right? This whole battle went by pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So
maybe about 10 minutes.
I want to keep an eye on the key that is being used to shackle these people. And I want to see where it goes. Like if it goes into a pocket or onto a belt or something. And then as they're getting marched away, I want to, like, unseen servant lift the key out of a pocket.
Roll a perception check.
Natural 20.
Okay. All right. Within maybe 20 minutes, City Watch show up with manacles. And they chain everyone up together. The key stays on a ring on one of the City Watchmen's waist.
Like the key, it's on a ring on the waist, right? But how does it attach to the waist?
Through like the belt. There's like a ring
he's
with
gotta
some
be
sort
able
of
to take
clip, some kind of like clippy mechanism. It's probably
it's
like
carabinered on.
yeah.
The carabiner, I think, defeats an unseen servant. Do I think I could unseen servant a carabiner off
Maybe
a person?
I'll give you some sort of check, maybe spellcraft to lead your magic. As they're so they line up all 8 of these prisoners.
Okay, there's my 22 on my spellcraft to see if I can decarabiner with unseen servant or declip.
I think you can. Can you do it unnoticed? Roll a hide check. I think a hide check. You'll have to be within 30 feet of this. So you'll wait like.
Yeah, so I'll wait like
right
here at this corner because I don't know if they're gonna go this way or that way. So I want to be in a spot where I can grab them.
Roll a hide check.
20 plus 10. Natural 20.
Nailed it. All right. Woo. You elude even the Sunblade. He just pauses a moment before leaving the docks and looks up and down, looking for Selkie. But there you are, crouching in the shadows right next to him. And the Knights and the City Watch parade this group of prisoners off as you slip the manacles off the City Watch's belt.
The key.
The key, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, okay, cool.
The key to the manacles off the City Watch's belt. And
okay.
I think we'll go to a break.
We'll see you guys on the other side of the break. Bye-bye.